Ladies and gentlemen, hanımlar ve canaplar, welcome to Samarkand, which is one of the oldest cities in the world actually, and one of my most favorite cities in Central Asia, but to be specific in Uzbekistan. I love Khiva and I love Samarkand. These are the two cities you should never miss when you're visiting Uzbekistan. And I just took actually train in a first class train, and we paid approximately 14 American dollars to arrive to Samarkand from the capital city, from Tashkent, all the way to here. This is the old Soviet trains basically, but the inside is beautiful, and actually the middle part of it is actually a restaurant, so you can actually have some snacks, have some food, enjoy the atmosphere meanwhile you are checking outside. But there's also speed trains. This is actually a speed train, and it takes around 2 hours from Tashkent all the way to Samarkand. So check the time difference when you are booking your ticket. You will see the difference. There's also difference on the price, but most importantly on the time. There's only like 1 hour difference, but I think speed trains are more modern if you want a little bit more comfort. But normal trains are also quite fun to explore, and as well as take a ride. That train from Tashkent actually continues to Bukhara, so we are basically getting out like in the middle of the ride. So Samarkand, this is the train station which we have arrived right now. As you can see, beautiful, lots of plants, it's super clean. And yeah, I will have one full day here in Samarkand. We'll be exploring, filming some videos for YouTube for you to see and appreciate the beauty of the city and the cultural capital of Uzbekistan. So first thing, we're gonna get a taxi and then we continue our journey, guys. We'll see you in a bit.
Пожалуйста.
50 тысяч. 50 min var. Rahmat.
Rahmat.
Bez daçi. Rahmat. Rahmat.
Sağ ol.
Allah sizi korusun. Rahmat. Sağ olun. Sağ olun. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we just made it to Amir Temur's Mausoleum, and as soon as I arrived to Samarkand, this is the first thing I have to do. Bring my respect to the greatest warrior of Timurid Empire, which been flourishing during 14th and 15th centuries. And this place is called Amir Temur's Mausoleum, and Mausoleum basically is a place where they have a structure on top of the grave. So Mr. and the greatest warrior Amir Temur, and the greatest warrior is sleeping at the moment here in peace. And most important thing is the structure and the architecture here in this mausoleums. Everywhere you go in Samarkand, you will come across such a beautiful architectures and designs. As you travel around, you will come across lots of Islamic architecture. You see all these blue tiles, and we will see also some Arabic writtens on the walls. So quite a beautiful place. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, brother?
Hello.
I think I remember you.
Ticket, mister?
Ticket? Ah, is this? Ah, okay. Rahmat, Rahmat, Rahmat. Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan. Super, Rahmat. Alright guys, seems like we have to get a ticket, and then afterwards I'm gonna take you inside, do a little tour as well. And this is one of the most important structures here in Samarkand, and also the inspiration for so many other structures coming in the history in different parts of the world. So we have to see the inside, and I will also show you the tomb from outside, but we will also go inside and see everything possible. See you in a while. Rahmat, спасибо. No, спасибо. All right, we have paid 40,000 som in Uzbek money, and that is approximately $3 American. Uzbekistan is very affordable in general, and especially when you enter to these historical places, you will not be charged crazy amounts, and also tourists and locals get the same treatment and the same price tags. Ассаламу алейкум. Билет?
Если хотите, потом
Да.
рассказываю.
Рахмат.
Добро пожаловать, брат.
Спасибо. Спасибо, Рахмат. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is... No, спасибо, Рахмат, Рахмат. This is the courtyard of the mausoleum, and as you can see, we also have azan in the background. Azan is basically call to prayer. The Muslim people are actually praying 5 times a day, and every time when there's a time for prayer, you will hear this sound, which is called azan. All right, guys, back to the courtyard. As you can see, just in front of it, there's a huge courtyard area, and there's also a little fountain. And this place, especially in the hot places, including in the North Africa, Mediterranean area, Middle East, you will come across lots of courtyards like this. And normally it's basically for purpose of the garden, and as well as there's always a fountain in the middle, which cools down the atmosphere, cools down the area where people are enjoying their time. And not only in these historical places, but also people build their houses this way, like a little courtyard and covered all around the place. And there's also a little fountain in the middle. Check this out, guys. We have incredible looking architecture. So blue tone from the outside. We're actually gonna get the chance to go inside as well, and it's so beautiful, very historical. So this structure, mausoleum, has been built in 15th century, early 15th century, so which comes to 1404, so over 600 years old structure, which is standing very strong. Of course, there was a reconstruction being done several times, I guess, but most important thing is that it's until this day we have the chance to appreciate the beauty of this architecture. And this is a little arch, again designed with beautiful Islamic architecture, and here it shows the Amir Temur's empire, which I really appreciate this map. As you can see how huge was Amir Temur's empire, so which was called Timurid Empire. It was covering all Central Asia, and even the borders were going all the way to the Indian borders, and it was including also Afghanistan, Iran, Turkey, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and yeah, it's just incredible how huge was this Timurid Empire. And actually Amir Temur himself made Samarkand the capital city of the Timurid Empire, and since then, which is around 14th, 15th century, that was the highest and the best times for the Samarkand. All the architecture was popping up, and it was the cultural center of the whole empire, including as a capital city. So it was a Samarkand, and afterwards empire's capital city switched to Herat. Herat is basically huge city which is currently in Afghanistan. So right, it's time to go, I think, slowly inside. And another thing I have to mention that Samarkand itself is over 2,500 years old as an establishment, and afterwards after as I mentioned 14th, 15th century, that was the peak and the most flourishing times of the Samarkand as a city when Timur was in empire and as a leader. When you enter, you're welcomed by these shops. You can buy some books, but another thing is that you can see the warrior himself, Amir Temur. You can see the years. He was born in 14th century and died early 15th century. And this is the full structure. So currently we can actually see only this part. This is where we have entered, and we could see the courtyard, and this is what exactly I was talking about. The courtyard is covered from all over the sides, which creates a much better temperature inside, and you can actually relax and have the experience in the middle in the courtyard. And currently we are also missing this part. There's like the basement of it, but we don't have the structure anymore. So the right side and the left side, which is missing. So we only have the mausoleum itself and the entrance part. All right. Seems like there's some TV. Probably they do some. Oh, these are the old version of how the structure used to look like, and they have to reconstruct it again, which is totally normal over 600 years old structure. All right, guys, this is where are all the graves. It's not only Amir Temur's grave, but also the family members. So hi, how are you? So we have to be a little bit more quiet when we're inside, but check out the ceiling and check out the architecture in general. Let's go inside. It's called Ziyarat Khana. This is like a visitor. That's what it means. Alright guys, we are entering the inside of the mausoleum. Check this out. Such a beautiful architecture. And you can see we have the Islamic architecture combined with Mughal architecture, and as well as all these blue colors and golden colors on the wall. There's actually Arabic writings on the wall, and the most impressive thing gonna be the ceiling, guys. Check this out. There's a chandelier in the middle, and all the rooftop slash ceiling is covered with the golden colors. Very beautiful. It's definitely much more busy than last time I was here. And as you can see, there are different graves, and these all are the members of the Timurid family. Alright, we're gonna do one more short views for you to the ceiling and to the walls, which looks incredible. Especially these arches are so beautiful, and there are so much details and colors in it. Alright, it's a little bit dark here. I'm not sure how much you have seen, guys, but whenever you are here in Samarkand, you only pay $3 American and you get the chance to visit. Most important thing you have to remember, guys, that dress accordingly, dress respectfully, especially for men, no shorts and stuff like that. And as well as for the ladies, they have to be kind of fully covered. But if you want, you can actually rent things from here, and you can go visit inside, and then you can give it back. So I can understand completely how hot is Samarkand in general, Uzbekistan, especially during the summer month. But yeah, you have to consider this, that you should be respectful to the place. It's a holy place, it's a historical place, and yeah, I want to give you a better view from here, so we can talk about how impressive and how beautiful is this blue tomb. As you can see, there are lots of small tiles that put together, and again, you can see that some of the parts been reconstructed. And we have to consider that these parts have seen lots of wars, have seen lots of earthquakes throughout the time, and just we have to appreciate the fact that this is 600 years, over 600 years old structure that's standing still for our eye pleasure, and also know the history. All right, this is the tour of the Amir Temur's mausoleum, and if you don't know, mausoleum means basically it's actually Arabic word. That's where basically is the grave, and on top of the grave there's the whole structure on top of it, which same goes for the Taj Mahal. Probably you have heard the Taj Mahal, and Taj Mahal is the same. Taj Mahal is actually mausoleum because there are graves inside, and afterwards it's built on top of the graves, the whole structure, which is the wonder of the world right now, and I had the chance to visit that as well. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave you with the views and we're gonna go for more exploration. I'm gonna head to Registan and we'll connect with you in a bit there, guys. Thank you so much and enjoy the views. Ladies and gentlemen, we just checked into our hotel room and I'm paying 90 American dollars to stay here in Samarkand for one night only. And I chose this hotel because of the views. Not these views, because this is not the best views you can get here in Samarkand. And also this is not the cheapest option you can find in Samarkand. There are lots of guest houses and hostels and different type of hotels. Depends on your budget. You can actually stay in really expensive places, or on a budget you can sleep like in a place for $10-20, even including breakfast in some of the guest houses around Samarkand. So I'm paying 90 American dollars because I really wanted to stay here and show you the views, which is on the terrace. So first I want to show you the room, which we pay 90 American dollars for this set. We have two single beds actually. I'm just gonna push them together and then sleep myself in the middle. We have air conditioning including in the room. There's a little corner to sit down, and we have a refrigerator actually, and some of the space here to open your luggage. There's a TV on top of it, and here is the toilet slash shower area, and we have a little sink that looks very basic with a mirror on one side. We have the shower, but also the bathtub is available, and we have the toilet in one corner right here. From the cleaning perspective, it looks nice and clean. I don't really see any problems with it. The hotel itself looks quite nice and clean. And the room is basic, but for two people basically you can sleep here basically for 45 American dollars to split, but I'm paying 90 American dollars myself to stay here, which includes actually breakfast on the rooftop. So I'm just gonna go upstairs and show you the views from there, and then later on we go explore the Samarkand, the historical city. See you guys in a while. Alright, we are going upstairs to show you the best thing in this hotel. We are in a hotel called Minor, and Minor means column, or in Arabic it's minarat, basically column, where they normally do the call to prayer. And look at this, we are just next to Registan actually, and this is basically why I paid $90 to stay here, even though there's a reconstruction going on right now. There are lots of things on the floor, but this is the views, guys. This is our Registan, which used to be the center of the Timurid empire during the best times of Timurid empire, 14th-15th century. Was the capital city here, and this was basically the square, the main square. And this square is, there are actually three different madrasas, which is basically Islamic schools, but they didn't only teach the religious things, but also the other things like astronomy, mathematics, physics, and other things. So number 1, 2, and number 3. But there is also kind of actually mosque, which we will go and visit. So yeah, this is basically what I have paid for. You can actually have some breakfast experience right here by the balcony, and then enjoy the incredible views to the Registan. I think this hotel might have the best views. Maybe there's another hotel in the distance might have a similar view, but definitely this is one of the best hotel rooftop views I have ever had, and definitely in this area you cannot find many of them. As you can see, there's no high buildings all around here, so everything is flat and only 2-3 floors, and the rooftops can be switched into kind of like the viewpoint to the Registan and other historical places. Alright guys, I'm gonna finalize the clip here. We will go explore Registan in a bit, so stay tuned and we'll see you in a bit. Assalamu alaikum, brother. This one. I already opened that one. Thank you so much. Rahmat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just paid 65,000 Uzbek som, which is approximately $5 American. I am the guide. Thank you. She's like, do you need a guide? I'm like, no, I'm the guide for my YouTube followers. I don't like guides because they talk too much and they give me too much information that we definitely don't need. All right, guys, basically $5 American you get to experience the Registan. And Registan actually means sandy place / means desert actually in Arabic language. So here we are walking through the history, guys. Such an incredible and beautiful place, full of memories, full of beautiful architecture and the history just laying around here. And we should be very, very grateful, especially I should be very, very grateful to you guys for supporting me, watching my videos and allowing me to have all this type of experiences and enjoy the beauty of the world and beauty of the history. So Registan, which I have mentioned, means sandy place and / desert, and this place basically used to be the center of the Timurid empire, and that obviously Samarkand was the capital city, but on top of that this square was the center of the center of the city. And here people would be gathering, there was lots of shops and traders were passing through here, so people would be trading stuff, buying stuff, relaxing, and most importantly, these buildings, as I mentioned, we have actually 3 of them. Number 1, we have the number 2 right here, and number 3 on this corner. So what are we looking at exactly? This place is actually 3 buildings. They're actually madrasas. Madrasas are basically means Islamic schools. As I have mentioned before in the hotel rooftop, it doesn't mean only they were teaching like religious things, but also they were teaching actually different subjects. So the students could come here, learn about the Islam, but on top of that they could learn about astronomy, physics and biology, and anything else was relevant and necessary for the students to learn during that times. And yeah, on top of being the main square and main place in the city, this place was also kind of place that all the news were spreading around. So if anything major were happening, the announcements were done here. On top of that, also the public executions were happening here. So during that time it was quite a normal thing to have the executions, and it could be happening right now on the square during that times. So we are surrounded by this beautiful blue tires and as well as beautiful minarets. These are the things called minarets or columns in English. Minaret is actually Arabic word, and the purpose of these minarets are normally basically they would be doing the announcement of the call to prayer, as this is the highest point in the area, which means the voice spreads much faster and also much bigger area. So you can imagine that times there was no microphones, there was no speakers, which means these minarets allowed to spread the word about the Azan time, which is the call to prayer time. Check this out, guys. We are now entering one of these madrasas, but inside the madrasa there's actually a mosque, and there's also a little courtyard which we will go in a while. But I want you to take the time to appreciate the architecture here. How beautiful is it? So this part is kind of like a arch, and when you look to the ceiling you can see the beautiful architecture and very nice color combinations that all over the place. And as you come closer you can see that how these things are carved. This is all actually Arabic letters and Arabic words that written here, and it's actually carved into the stone, so which makes their life much longer, as the stones don't normally can be destroyed easily, cannot be destroyed easily. So currently we are entering. So I think I'm not sure where we are. So this is basically the Maidan, the square where we came from, and this is the courtyard of one of the madrasas basically in the area. Seems like there's some reconstruction going on, and when you enter actually to the madrasa, you come across lots of different shops. You can actually go inside and purchase something. We might actually go visit them a little bit later. And this is the courtyard. I was actually talking about this when I was visiting the Emir Temur Mausoleum. So this place normally had a little bit of a garden, as well as there was a like the water part where there was a kind of like makes this place a little bit much better temperature, as you can see. Probably this is a new version of it, but the structure is still here for the fountain to be in the middle, which, as you can see, it's all the walls surrounded this little garden area, and that's purposefully built this way, so it brings more shade into the garden area. So during the full day you can find, at least in some part of this courtyard, some place at least with the shade, and as well as just also makes the place a little bit cooler with as the water flows. All right, seems like there's some photo shoot right now, and this is the mosque area which you can actually enter, and once the shot is done we're gonna be able to go. All right, while there's a break we can go inside. Look at this. Wow, such an impressive structure. And most important thing, when you're visiting countries in this region, you have to always look to the ceiling. As you can see, how beautiful is it and how colorful is it. And if I start rotating, you can see how beautiful it is. All right, this is where normally the imam sits and he does the prayers, and this part of the mosque, this shows exactly which direction you need to pray to, and there's always a little arch, and this shows the direction to Mecca. So every time you are in the mosque you would be praying directly to this direction. So this basically points out to the Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. There are lots of tourists here, and very different than last time I was here, which was 3 years ago during the COVID time. And another thing we have to appreciate, all this golden color Arabic letters on the wall and beautiful patterns and designs on the wall. So you can easily come here and spend hours and hours just appreciate the beauty of all this artwork and architectures. It is amazing. All right, seems like this is all the touristic items you can do as a purchase, but I see no camera, no video, so we're gonna leave slowly. But first I want to show you how it used to look like here in Registan. So this is Registan Square, 60s of 20th century. You can see the photo of it. Probably it wasn't in the best shape as it is right now. Alright, we're gonna leave to the courtyard, and later on we will get to the square, and I will continue our journey of exploring the Registan Square. But as I mentioned, there are lots of shops here. You will never hear Uzbek people actually calling you for a business. They will not try to push to sell you some stuff. They will not try to scam you. So you can be as relaxed as you want. You can just, sorry guys, you can just basically wander around. If you want to purchase something, you can easily do without any stress and no push from the people. Wow, we are back to the square itself, guys. Looks magnificent and very beautiful, as you can see. And another thing I have to mention, the fact that you can come and visit during the day. It's very beautiful during the day, and as a part of visiting this Registan would be the best during the evening time. So around, I think maybe 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. they start actually light show in the area. And you can see that all this beautiful architecture and the buildings are actually light up with different colors, and you can also hear beautiful Uzbek songs in the background. If I get a chance, I will definitely make sure that I film that as well. For that you have to definitely follow me, because I'm gonna post it probably in the separate video, as this one gonna get really long. And yeah, check it out. There will be definitely my side of the story about the evening time here in Registan, guys. For $5 you come to explore and understand the Silk Road and the history here in Uzbekistan, which was the capital city of Timurid empire. And I have to mention, Samarkand was the first actually the capital city, and then afterwards it was Herat, which is the current Afghanistan. Alright guys, I'm gonna finalize the video right here. I'm gonna leave you with the views, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you appreciate and enjoy Uzbekistan series from throughout this amazing history. I can share it with you guys. Check this out. Such a beautiful place and very amazing square here in Samarkand. Even during the evening, this place is so magical, and currently it's actually 8:59, and only 1 minute away from now we're gonna have a music slash light show on Registan, and I want to show you the whole experience. But most importantly, check this out. When you get out of this door, it looks so magical. It feels like walking through the history. Such a magical and beautiful place. And when it gets dark, actually you can see that all the lights are turned on in Registan, and you don't actually have to pay again to be here and enjoy the views. You can actually stand right there. I'm not sure if it's clear. Where are the lights? There are actually huge crowd just chilling there, enjoying, and only a few seconds away from now we're gonna have a huge light and music show coming up. As I mentioned, you don't have to pay to see the show. It's actually free. You can see from the kind of stage they have created there, kind of platform for the people to watch the whole show. But I have paid $3 again to enter here. Actually, I really wanted to make sure that I can share the whole experience the best way possible for you. And currently this is our views, and seems like the show is about to start, guys. All the lights are on, and there will be some music coming on right now, and we're gonna enjoy all the lights along with the Uzbek music and appreciate the history and the beauty of this amazing place. Alright, seems like we are starting right now, exactly at 9 p.m. So when you're coming here, make sure that 9 p.m. you are already arrived to the place. Wow, look at this. Now all the colors will be changing on the structures in all three of them. Actually, this is the right side, and this is where we were. We were just inside this madrasa and we got out. Wow, incredible. Such a magical place. Enjoy it all, guys. This is the song about the Samarkand, one of the most famous. Wow, that looks incredible. We just had one song and seems like the another one is coming right now. So I think the show comes around, like, goes around 30 minutes or so. Starts at 9 p.m. guys, don't miss it out. If you have seen it during the day, you have to see it during the evening as well. It's just beautiful. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the magical night still continues. For the next 20 minutes or so, there will be more different type of music, as well as the light show, as you can see just behind me. I wanted to make sure I show you exactly how it looks like during the evening here in Registan, in Samarkand. And it's end of the video right here, guys. We'll leave you with the amazing views behind me, and see you next time, guys, from Uzbekistan.